finally, this pineapple pretzel salad. Hey y'all, it's April and thanks for stopping by my crazy creative life. So for this pineapple pretzel fluff, you start off with preheating your oven to 400 degrees. Then we're going to take some pretzels, and I'm going to use these. These were left over from New Year's Eve. You just take some pretzels and you chop them down, beat them down, however you want to do it. Put them in like a Ziploc baggie and take a wooden rolling pin and just kind of crush them up with that. You can crush them however you want to. You can throw them in a food processor, whatever you want to do. But you want 1 cup of crushed pretzels to a half cup of butter or 1 stick of butter and 1 cup of sugar. Alright, so I just took a few handfuls of pretzels and I'm just going to take my rolling pin. You can do a mallet, you can do a hammer if you have to. Just if you would do a hammer, you might want to put a towel over top. But I'm just going to crush them down. Okay, let's see if we got a cup here. I think I done pretty good. And you're going to take a stick of butter and melt it. So let me go throw this in the microwave real quick. Then we're going to take 1 cup of those crushed pretzels. Once your butter melts, which mine just made a mess, pour your butter in, pour your melted butter, which is either a half a cup or 1 stick. But melted butter in with your pretzels and sugar. Once your pretzels and your sugar and your butter are all incorporated well together, you're going to put it on a sheet pan with parchment paper on it. You want to spread that out. Now this is my super size pan, so if you're just using a normal pan, don't expect yours to have this much space left over. All right, now we're going to stick this in a preheated 400 degree oven. We're going to let this cook for roughly about 7 minutes, but keep a good eye on it because sometimes this can burn easily. You want this on the middle rack. Set the timer for 7 minutes. Okay, next we are going to take and prepare our fluff part, which the fluff part is a package of 8-ounce cream cheese that is softened, then a carton of Cool Whip. This is the small carton. This is the 8-ounce thing of Cool Whip, so it's the small one. And then a cup of sugar, and that's it. So we're going to whip all this together, and then we're going to stick it in the refrigerator. Then when our pretzels come out and we let them completely cool down, we break them in little bitty bits, little bitty pieces. And right before, you want the fluff to be in the refrigerator at least an hour. But right before you serve it, then you're going to put the pretzel bits and mix it all in together. And my goodness, it is so good. If you put the pretzel bits in too soon, like you can make the fluff part the night before. But if you put the pretzels in with the fluff part the night before, then by the next morning, then they are going to be just mushy. They're not going to be crunchy. And that's what you want, is that crunch. So anyway, we'll go ahead and get this fluff made, stick it in the fridge, and then we'll go from there. These are done. Be careful, it's hot. Okay, this is what you're going to see. On the outer edges, it's definitely going to be darker than the inner. The inner won't be, it's kind of like that more tan. That outer is a darker brown. But if you're not careful, this outer edge here, it will burn. So you've got to keep a good eye on this because, ask me how I know. So I'm just going to set this to the side and let it cool, and then we'll get going on our fluff. Okay, so we're going to take our packet of cream cheese and kind of whip that up pretty good. Okay, once you've got that broke up and whipped up pretty good, then you're going to add the sugar. Okay, before I add the Cool Whip, I'm going to take a 20-ounce can. It's a 20-ounce can of the pineapple tidbits in the pineapple juice. We're going to open that up, and we are going to drain them. The crushed pineapple actually is what the recipe calls for, and it works better. But this is all Walmart had when I got these right before Christmas. And so they'll be fine. But if you find the crushed, get the crushed. But I'm going to set this to the side. Okay, you're going to scrape everything down. Get it all back in the center. And we are going to fold in this tub of thawed Cool Whip. I'm just going to do a little bit at a time, but you want the whole 8-ounce thing. And you don't stir it. You fold it in, so that means that you're kind of going under, over, and then cut through the middle. Then you're going under, over, cut through. Okay, once you get that initial amount in there, I did stir just a little bit. Then put the rest of your Cool Whip in there, and that you definitely want to fold. What it does, it just helps to maintain that air that's in the Cool Whip. Now, I always save the juice because we like to drink the juice. And then you just fold your, like I said, the crush is better. The crush is what it calls for, but this is all I had, so that's what we're going with. I tell you what, they had an apple one. I found an apple caramel one, something like that. I'm gonna look at it really good. I saved it, and I'm gonna look at it really good, and I may make it one day. So that's it. Let's go ahead and put this in the refrigerator for at least an hour and let it get good and cold. Okay, it feels like this has pretty much got cold now, cooled off. So basically, that's all you're gonna do. So basically you just crunch it up in bits. All children, this is it's so good. If you like caramely stuff and fluffy stuff, you're gonna love this. The first time I ever had it, when I was able to work, but this particular job was years ago. I was a home health nurse, and she was a therapist. She's a physical therapist, or I can't remember if she's physical or occupational. It doesn't matter. Anyway, one year we had like a Christmas, I think it was lunch, and she brought this, and I've loved it ever since. Okay, so, all right, in all honesty, this has not been out there an hour. It's probably been out there 15 minutes, but I'm wanting to go ahead and get this video wrapped on up. So, it'll still be all right, but for you want to make sure that you have it out there a little longer than what I did. But we're just going to fold all these bits in there. Now, some like to leave a few of these bits out to the side and like sprinkle it on top. Maybe crunch them down a little bit smaller, like more of a crumb. There you go. Let me get me some out. Okay, now I gotta get a little bit of everything. So we got to get some pineapple in there and some of our crunchy stuff. Oh, mercy, children, that is so good. Now, it needs to be colder. but I've told you, you know, it may have sitting there 15 minutes. It needs to be colder. And I do like the crushed pineapples better because it kind of just spreads more in with all the creamy stuff, the fluffy stuff. But the tidbits are fine. If that's all you can find, the tidbits, you know, they'll work too. But this is so good. It's got your fluff. It's got your crunch. It's a little, you know, it's obviously sweet. It's a little bit tart from that pineapple. You might could add just a pinch of salt to kind of help bring some of the other flavors out, but it really don't need it, but you could. But it's wonderful. I love this stuff. And honestly, I was sitting there thinking while I was making that, I don't even think I made it last year. I make it usually about every year, and I don't think I made it last year. So if I didn't, then that means it's 2 years ago since I made it. But that's all of the video. Oh gosh. Okay. I don't know if I leave that in there or not. If I leave it in there, then you know. If I didn't, then okay. So that's all of the video. I hope that you liked it. I hope you give this a try because it's really good. If you do try this, please come back and let me know in the description box what you think, if you loved it or what, you know. But come let me know what you think. But give the video a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, I hope that you do. Go ahead and hit that little subscribe button, become part of this crazy family. Also, go over to Facebook, and I've linked in the description box below, but you can go over to Facebook and join my Crazy Creative Life Facebook group and become a part of our family there. And I'm hoping over there we can just, you know, get to know each other better and share, you know, recipes and craft ideas and whatever. So that's it. I hope you have a blessed rest of your day, and I will talk to you in the next one. Bye. Hey, if you like this video, you may want to check out my previous video or my previous series. Talk to you soon.